Hi, welcome back. This is my fourth video on learning how to connect to your soul. So I hope that you're enjoying it. Please leave me any comments or feedback. Let me know what you've tried, what has worked for you, what is not working for you, where you're frustrated. I would love to help you. Today I want to talk a little bit about our feelings and how our soul can help us with our feelings. Our feelings, mostly the negative ones, are the ones that really kind of bring us down and the ones that really affect us in a really kind of damaging way. So when we're having really bad feelings, it's when we say the worst things about ourselves and when we believe the worst things about ourselves. And the soul never thinks any of that. So it's always a really nice, fresh perspective to get when you're feeling so down. So take an example. Take example the feelings of jealousy. When I get jealous, those feelings really, really bring me down because it's kind of like I'm saying to myself, I cannot have what this other person has. That there's something wrong with me that I can't have it, or there's some lacking ability in me that I can't have what I want. And that's very sad. And I think that when I feel jealous and other people feel jealous, it's really a sad feeling. And it's us saying no to ourselves. And in our ego mind, the ego does say no because it's always looking at how you're not good enough. So we really don't want to completely believe the mind. The ego mind is very, very limiting. And that's where the soul comes in. And that's the good news, thank goodness. Because when you bring those feelings of jealousy to the soul, your soul will point out that yes, you can have really anything that you want. It may not look exactly like what this other person has, but it will be what you want. It will be what resonates for you. And the soul always says yes to you. So the soul will say, listen, use this person and what you're jealous of as your path to what you want and work on it. And I'll help you. So what we can do is that we can kind of let it go and say, okay, this is the direction I need to go in because this is the direction that I keep saying no to myself. And it's not fair that I keep saying no to myself in this particular area. So it is something that I want to work on. So with your soul, your guide and your mentor, and somebody that loves you so much is going to completely encourage you to go in that direction. So if you're jealous that people make more money than you or that people have a better shape than you, or, people that exercise, whatever it is that makes you jealous, people have more things than you, ask your soul to help you go in the direction that you want to go. And again, things and money will not make us happy, but when we're in the company of our soul, we get to enjoy them so much. And life becomes more challenging because if you're saying yes to yourself all the time, it's like, oh, okay, so if pretty much I can do and have whatever it is that I want to, then what is it that I really want? Or what really resonates with me? I can have many, many spiritual gifts, but what is the gift that really resonates with my body, mind, and soul? And that's the most important direction to go into. So when we're having really upsetting feelings, when we're really getting ourselves down, when we're triggered and we're thinking the worst about ourselves, those are really tough, lonely times. It's not often people share those feelings because they can feel embarrassing or shameful, but we all have them. We all have the range of every emotion. And because we're human, we're supposed to have them. And there's nothing wrong with having our feelings. It's just, again, it's only one perspective of who we are. And this limited perspective that we believe is so damaging because it often says and speaks to us not being enough. And the soul speaks to us that we are enough and how abundant we are and how strong we are within our being and how we have so much more to explore within ourselves. But when we get trapped in the mind, we can't even see that we have other options. We can't see that there are other paths. So for this week or for today, just try to maybe pick something that you have said no to yourself about and say yes. And whatever shape or form that this might come in, just release it and say, okay, If I want to make more money, I'm going to say yes to that. And I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to drive myself crazy, because if I start thinking about it, my ego is just going to tell me that I can't have it. And my ego is going to remind me that I'm not capable of making more money or doing whatever it is that I want to do. The ego is really, really good at pointing out the negative things about us. So we can't listen to it, and we can't go to the mind to help us when we're trying to go in a direction that's new for us. It's almost like when you want to try to do something new, maybe you don't tell too many people because you're afraid of their reaction. Well, that's the ego mind. The minute you tell it that you want to do something, it'll say no. No, you can't do that. So so we don't want to let our minds and the ego to stop us. So when we move into the soul energy and the soul's energy support, you'll feel that support, and you'll also feel the confidence. You have to have confidence to go in new areas and new directions. And you can't, you can do it alone, but it's so much harder when you have the support of your soul, that energy just flowing within you and you feeling it. You can do certain things. And if you can't do it, the good news is you don't really care so much, because it's not as important. Um, so even the jealousy feelings are not as so strong when you're more connected to the soul, because the things that you want aren't a necessity. It's not a dependency that I have to make more money or I can't feel good. Because when you connect with the soul, you're already feeling good, you're already fulfilled, you're already satisfied. So anything in addition to that is just a bonus. So it's really, really very magical, and it's really fun and cool. So this week, anytime a negative feeling comes up that wants to try to rob you from your happiness or wants to tell you you're not good enough, use those feelings as your, a red flag to move into your soul energy. And when you're in that soul energy, you're not going to be thinking too much. You're just going to be try to feel the vibration in your body, to try to come more into the moment, to try to relax and take some deep breaths, and to just kind of say, all right, everything's going to be fine. And I'm going to try not to think about this anymore, this situation, whatever it is that has gotten me down. And I'm going to hand this over to my soul. And I'm going to give my soul the opportunity to um, give me some inspiration and some insights of what I should do. And the more I relax into that, and the more I just enjoy the day, the more intuition will come to me, and you'll just find yourself doing things. You'll just do it. You won't even think about it. You'll just do the things that are going to lead you in the direction of where you want to go. Um, it's really hard to kind of describe that. One minute you're not doing something that you've said no to, and you're not going to do it, and then the next minute you're doing it. And the only difference in that is that you're in the energy of the soul, and that's what's helping you get through it. So it's really important to use your negative feelings to ask the soul its perspective. I asked specifically about jealousy to help me with jealousy. Like, why am I getting jealous all the time? I don't want to be jealous. Why? I don't like that feeling. I want to feel grateful, and I want to feel like I have enough. I don't want to feel like somehow I'm less than people. And the soul really helped me with that, and helped me to see that jealousy is just about me realizing that I'm saying no to myself when I could be saying yes. And jealousy is also just pointing me in the direction that I need to grow in. And that's about it. So use whatever upsetting feelings, painful feelings, hurtful feelings, anxiety-ridden feelings, use any of your feelings as an indicator that it's time to.
It's 3 o'clock.
So give that a shot, and let me know how you do. All right? Have a great day.